Hey, what's up you guys? It's Kathleen. Welcome back to my channel. Things probably look and sound differently, and I'm really happy that they do because I got lighting. Clearly it's a lot better than what you have previously seen, and I got a microphone too. It was on Amazon. It's power. I'm not even gonna attempt to say it. It has a really creepy figure on there. But we're gonna see if this works. Let me know if the audio is any different down below. But I wanted to film a video today discussing my experience getting the COVID-19 vaccine, because as you can tell by the title, I got the vaccine, and so I want to get into that and hopefully encourage other people to do it and share my experience with getting the vaccine as a healthy 19-year-old. Yeah, I just wanted to share my experience with it. I also have the CDC website pulled up on my MacBook to kind of go through the differences between the two and hopefully help in any way I can. I'm not a doctor, I am not a nurse, but I'm an average human being who got this vaccine. And yeah, so let's get right on into it. So I work in a hospital, as you all know, as I have shared many times before. And I'm not a nurse, I'm not a physician, obviously, but I do work in a hospital. And so the first people to get the vaccine were obviously, and rightfully so, the nurses and the doctors in the hospital that I work at. And so they got the first round, of course, and they got Pfizer. And I guess you could say I still got the first round because I'm in a hospital, but I got the second half of it, if that makes any sense. So I work in the food department, if you will. It's the nutrition department, and we kind of had to wait for all the nurses and the doctors to get the vaccines before we started because they were the most important, obviously. And so they got Pfizer. There were a few people in my department that got Pfizer. Cut to me, I got the Moderna vaccine. I didn't really have a choice in it. It was kind of like who got it first, which was the nurses, so they got Pfizer first, but I got Moderna. And it was really simple. I mean, you scanned a barcode that my manager provided us. You filled out your information, any previous medical history, anything like that, really, to make sure that you were okay to get the vaccine. That was all that I really had to do, was sign up was provide my medical history. And other than that, that was about it. And then you, of course, signed up for your date. And when you got there, you gave them your name, and we have an ID number that everybody in the hospital has, their own unique one. And then they search you up, and that way they can see what you filled out for your previous medical history. And yeah, and from there, it's straight. I mean, you just, you got the shot. You waited in line, and once you got your shot, you went to a separate room and you sat there for 15 minutes to make sure there was no reactions. And for me, the only really the only thing that I guess I had happen to me, which CDC, which I can go over here in a second, said would happen, was that your arm was going to be sore. And my arm was sore. If you've gotten a flu shot, you kind of know the feeling of when your arm's sore, it just hurts. But nothing crazy. I had no other side effects. It was just a sore arm. And I'm thankful for that. That was my experience with it. And I'm glad that it went great. From what I've seen, it's been going good for everybody. Again, I am not a nurse or doctor, so if you really are concerned about getting it, do contact your physician, doctor, whoever. Contact them. I'm just saying what happened with me. And yeah, I just had a sore arm, and that was pretty much it. I get my second vaccine January 19th. So, and some of the things I can start getting into now about the differences between the two. Pfizer, you get your shot 21 days after your first initial shot, but Moderna, you get it 28 days. So that's one of the big differences as I'm kind of looking over here that I've noticed from that. As far as Pfizer goes, let's see. I think both of them share similar side effects. So in the arm, pain, swelling, redness. That's what I got. And that's for both Pfizer and Moderna, by the way. And then the same, the rest of the body, chills, tiredness, headache. I didn't really get that, honestly. I got like a little headache, but I think that could have been like in my head or allergies. I genuinely do not believe it was related to the vaccine. It could have been, but it was not strong enough to make me like nervous in a sense, you know what I mean? Yeah, so as far as information, as I'm looking kind of at the CDC website, and I can link it down below for you guys to check out and gather your own information as well. But I mean, the biggest difference between Pfizer and Moderna were the second dose. Second dose for Pfizer was 21 days apart or after your first shot, and then for Moderna, it's 28 days, like I just said. Other than that, there's no eggs, there's no preservatives, there's no latex in either vaccines, and for anybody that needs to know that. None of that in there, and same side effects if you get any at all. So yeah, and the other thing that I learned from my manager and from the hospital that I was not aware of was the Moderna vaccine is actually a little bit stronger. And I wish I could go into more depth about that. Unfortunately, I can't. But the Moderna vaccine, from what I was told and learned, was that it's a little bit stronger. Again, I just really can't go into much detail about that. And maybe that's why my arm hurt a little bit more. I'm not trying to throw false claims out there at all. It's not what I want to do. But yes, Moderna, from what I learned, was stronger. I'm trying to think of anything else that I can share with you. It's pretty simple. I just had no side effects, and I feel like I keep repeating that, but there's not much else to it. I didn't have any side effects. A couple people got a little woozy. I think they were nervous from the shot. Again, I cannot speak on that. I am not making judgment about the vaccine because my experience was fine. That's about it, honestly. I get my second dose January 19th. That's when I get mine. And after that, I don't think I'll need to get any more. We don't know yet, really. But I'm really happy that I was able to be a part of it. And I encourage anybody, well, please first contact your doctor, as I said. But to be a part of history, in a sense, I think is really incredible. And the fact that I'm helping out my community it makes me feel good. I encourage others to take it. I had no side effects besides a sore arm, but I think that was expected pretty much with any shot, really. I think you have a sore arm. Maybe it was a little bit more sore than I expected it to be. But yes, I wanted to come on here and share some information the best that I could. Do your research, find out information on your own if you have to, or through a provider or doctor. But I encourage it, help your community if you can. I know the general public is not going to receive it for a couple more months, which is also why I wanted to make the video, is hopefully somebody sees this that was uncertain. Maybe they're the same age as me. I'm okay. The vaccine went fine. I have trust in it. I have no other reason not to trust it. And I know I'm not a nurse, and it would probably mean more coming from a nurse or doctor. But as a pretty average citizen individual, I felt that it would be important to share my experience. So I really hope you guys consider it. I hope you liked this little sit down. I hope the lighting and the microphone's better. I'm so excited to hear it when I edit it. Background's not great. We'll get a backdrop eventually, but right now I'm happy with what I have. So I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video, and by the time this goes up, Happy New Year. 2020 has been awful, so Happy New Year, you guys. Be safe, social distance, wear a mask. And I hope that your holidays were good. I hope that New Year's goes great for you. I hope the new year, 2021, is even better for you. Let's start a new year. Hopefully it is much better than 2020. And I will see you guys in the next video. So, bye.